it about fundamentals and also the uh, detailed questions. Kemarin kita pelajari sedikit tentang fundamentalnya atau dasar dalam menjawab soal-soal TOEFL, dan juga kita belajar tentang detailed questions. Detailed questions yang menggunakan decide or we have to predict the detail information. Kita harus memprediksi detail information yang ditanyakan seputar who, siapa, what, apa, dan where, di mana. Dan di pertemuan kali ini kita akan continue more detailed questions tentang detailed questions yang lebih banyak daripada yang sebelumnya kita pelajari. But before that, because of in the previous practices, most of you sometimes still get trick about you answer what you listened, not what you understand. Nah, di pertemuan sebelumnya teman-teman masih banyak tuh yang tertipu atau yang masih bingung menjawab apa yang didengar, bukan apa yang dipahami dari teks bacaannya. That what makes you answer just what you listened. Itu yang menyebabkan teman-teman kepikiran untuk menjawab, oh apa ya tadi yang kedengarannya gitu, like vocabulariesnya apa, something kayak gitu. Nah itu justru malah menyebabkan banyak kesalahan. Makanya, again, you have to avoid kind of that. It will be too good to be true. Kalau apa yang teman-teman dengar, kok tulisannya sama dengan apa yang ada di pilihan, itu too good to be true. Terlalu bagus atau terlalu mudah untuk menjadi soal tes TOEFL, maka teman-teman harus hindari yang model jawaban kayak gitu. It will be mistaken. Itu akan malah menjadi salah. Dan now, this evening, we are trying to continue. Malam ini, kita coba lanjutin skills kita. A moment, this is still. Ya, these things. It's about negative expressions. Kita akan ngomongin tentang negative expressions. In Indonesia, mostly we stated something no, like really clear no. But in advanced conversations, we also have several ways to say no. Jadi konteksnya adalah kita tahu maksud kalimat-kalimat negatif dalam conversations, dalam percakapan. Dalam bahasa Indonesia mungkin kita akan menyampaikan kalimat negatif itu dengan tidak, sederhananya. Tapi di dalam percakapan yang lebih advance, kita menggunakan kata tidak ini dengan banyak penggunaannya. It's almost similar with English, ya, hampir mirip dengan bahasa Inggris. Contoh nih, kalau dalam bahasa Inggris, they will mention something negative, but the meaning is positive. So we have to find the opposite. Kalau di dalam bahasa Inggris, bisa saja statementnya itu disampaikan dalam bentuk negatif, terus kemudian makna dari statement itu sebenarnya adalah positif. So delivering something. Contoh kayak gini ya, kita lihat. The man saying, how did they get to their grandmother's house in Maine in only 5 hours? And then the woman stated, they didn't drive slowly to the trip to Maine. Then the narrator will ask you, what does the woman say about the trip? Terus kemudian naratornya akan tanya, gimana nih perjalanan mereka? Nah, the statement di sini adalah negatif. They didn't drive slowly on the trip to Maine. In simple, the statement negative, the answer will be delivered in positive. Kalau sederhananya, ketika teman-teman mendengarkan statementnya disampaikan dalam kalimat negatif, di sini menggunakan kalimat did not atau didn't, maka jawabannya akan disampaikan dalam bentuk positif. Contoh ya, di sini only one, they drove rather quickly, yang positif. Sementara yang lainnya, ya kita lihat di sini, they couldn't have driven more slowly. Kalimatnya negatif, tapi maknanya jauh bertentangan. Dia bilang they didn't drive slowly, berarti kan they drive faster. Sementara couldn't have driven more slowly artinya lambat banget, so it's mistaken. Atau they didn't drive to Maine, mereka tidak berkendara di Maine, it's mistaken. While pengecohnya hanya satu di sini. Pengecohnya they wanted to travel slowly to Maine, which is the opposite of the meaning. Yang mana maknanya berlawanan. Makanya the easiest way to conclude when you have the statement in negative, the answer will be stated in positive. Vice versa. Begitu sebaliknya, ketika teman-teman statementnya dalam bentuk positif, maka jawabannya akan disampaikan dalam bentuk negatif. That's simple things. Simpelnya seperti itu. Lalu, kita harus memahami because of its negative things, karena ini negatif, maka you have to understand how the way they will use the negative expressions. Lalu bagaimana mereka akan menggunakan negative expressions ini? The first, it's also the regular. Yang paling mudah adalah yang menggunakan regular. That is using not or anti and apostrophe. But Tom is not sad about the result. Statement di sini disampaikan dalam bentuk negatif. Tom tidak sedih terhadap hasilnya. Maka not sad will be happy. Arti dari not sad artinya happy. Maybe the result akan disampaikan Tom is happy with the result. Tom is happy with the result. The opposite. Atau there is other negatives. Other negatives, nobody, none, nothing, never. Even that's like a positive sentence, but using those expressions will be negative. Ingat, walaupun dia tidak ada not, tidak ada anti, tapi selama menggunakan nobody, none, atau nothing, kalimat itu akan bermaksud atau bermakna negatif. Examples kayak gini. Nobody arrived on time. Nobody arrived on time as a structure is a positive. Sebagai structure-nya itu adalah positif. Tapi ketika kita maknai nobody arrived on time, so nobody, everyone is late. Berarti semua orang adalah telat. That's the meaning. Ya, that's the things. Begitu juga ketika Sal never works hard. Berarti Sal is lazy. Tidak pernah bekerja keras. Begitu juga ketika prefix menggunakan prefix. Prefix is not negative directly, but using on, in, and this in front of the verb or in front of the adjective, it's called negative expressions juga. Kita bisa tidak menggunakan kata not atau anti, tapi ketika ada expressions on, in, atau this di depan, maknanya jadi negatif. Contoh, the peasant was insane. Ini kan berasal dari kata saint, yang artinya sehat atau waras. Ketika ditambahkan in di depannya menjadi tidak waras. Insane is not sane, artinya crazy. There are so many. Ada direct artinya langsung, ditambahkan in di depannya berarti tidak langsung. Will be like that. So you have to understand that negative. That's the basic of negative. What is the basic understanding? Basicnya apa? Kalau statementnya negatif, jawabannya positif. Kalau statementnya positif, jawabannya negatif. That's easy. Sederhananya kayak gitu. Lalu ketika skillnya itu ditambahkan in negative, it will be confused when you talk about double negative expressions. Akan jadi sedikit tricky ketika teman-teman ditambah tuh double negative. Yang tadinya negatifnya hanya satu menjadi dua. Let's say like this one. I can't believe the news that I heard about the concert. The woman stated, well, it isn't impossible for the concert to take place. What does the man say about the concert? Nah, kita pikirkan bahwa di sini ada dua negatif. That is isn't. Yang pertama adalah isn't. And then the second is impossible. Tidak mungkin. Maka maknanya adalah mungkin. Like that ya. Ingat maknanya. Nanti teman-teman komen, oh tadi dia ngomongin isn't, berarti negatif. Terus dicari. Akan memilih jawaban yang ini nih seandainya. There is no possibility. Oh tadi not, berarti ada no-nya. Kan salah. Karena isn't impossible, tidak mungkin, berarti mungkin. The only one, ya ini. The concert might take place. That the things ya. Ingat, hati-hati kalimat negatif ketika dia dijajarkan dua, maka maknanya bisa berubah langsung menjadi positif. Nah, begitu juga dalam menggabungkan double negative, they have several ways. Mereka punya 3 cara nih untuk menggabungkan kalimat negatif, untuk ngetrik kita. Yang pertama, there is possibility they have double negative things. Dengan menggunakan negative words, kata-kata negatif, not, terus kemudian no, like that. Terus kemudian dengan a negative prefix, in, on, this, miss, something like that. Contohnya, he didn't like the unclean. Dua negatif. Didn't is negative, unclean is negative. Maka ketika he stated he didn't like the unclean office, maka maknanya he like clean office. Ya, hati-hati. Jangan sampai nanti he didn't like the unclean. Oh, berarti dia didn't like clean office. Itu ya, jadi jangan sampai ketukar. Data things. Pertama. Yang kedua, also the responsibility to negative verbs. Two negative verbs mean it connects between one to another to simplify the meaning. Jadi ada kalimat satu dan kalimat dua digabungkan yang mereka tuh saling berpengaruh. Contohnya, it isn't snowing, so they aren't going to the mountain. Tidak turun salju, makanya mereka tidak pergi ke gunung. So it can be concluded, bisa disimpulkan, if it were raining atau it were snowing, they would go. Kalau seandainya tadi hujan, turun salju, berarti mereka akan pergi. That is the conclusions. Because isn't snowing aren't going, so they would go if it were raining. Akan pergi kalau hujan. That the things, kemungkinannya bisa seperti itu. Atau there is possibility using neither or not either. Let's say, Sue didn't like the movie. Sue didn't like the movie and neither did Mark. Berarti ini sama-sama dua-duanya tidak suka movie. Sue didn't like the movie and neither did Mark. Berarti both did not like the movie. Jangan nanti kepikiran kayak Sue didn't like the movie and neither did Mark. Nanti kepikirannya berat, oh yang did dan yang negatif tadi hanya Sue. Sementara Mark did. Berarti Mark suka. No, because they using neither, berarti dua-duanya suka. Dua-duanya tidak suka. Something like that. That's the second negative. Terus kemudian negatif ini tricky. Because of you usually just know negative not and also empty. Kita kadang berpikir kalau kalimat negatif itu dengan adanya no atau and petik T gitu ya. Tapi ternyata banyak negatif itu. Ada juga yang namanya almost negative. Almost negative, it's 98 to 99% negative, but there is something left to make it positive. Kalau almost negatif itu adalah kalimat yang 99%-nya atau 98%-nya sudah nggak ada atau negatif. Tapi masih ada tersisa sedikit yang membuat kalimat itu tetap stay as a positive. Contoh kayak gini. Where are you able to pay electric bill? I had barely enough money. Kalau kita lihat di sini kalimatnya kan begini ya. Awalnya adalah I had enough money. Kalau kalimat sederhananya adalah I had enough money. Aku punya cukup uang. Artinya you have money enough to pay. Cukup untuk membayar. Mungkin ada sisanya dan lain sebagainya. Tapi ketika ditambahin barely di sini, ya ditambahin barely, kata cukup ini menjadi sangat tidak relevan lagi diartikan cukup dengan maksud kita ya. Cukup itu ya ada sisanya, banyak kayak gitu ya. Dengan adanya barely itu membuat yang tadinya cukup menjadi aku punya hanya cukup uang untuk membayar itu. Artinya cukup dan nggak ada sisanya. Barely. Seandainya your voice is barely audible, berarti suaramu itu hampir aja nggak kedengar. Almost. Kalau I had barely enough money, hampir aja nggak cukup uang artinya. Dan the things. So, because barely enough money, the meaning adalah he paid the bill but has no money left. Kenapa? Karena ada barely. Kalau nggak ada barely, pasti ada sisanya. So, you have to remember what are the words of almost negative. Apa sih yang almost negative ini kosakatanya? Yang pertama, ada almost none atau hampir nggak ada. Itu hardly, barely, scarcely, and only. Contoh, there is hardly any food in refrigerators. Kalau teman-teman tanpa hardly, maka there is any food, artinya ada makanan di kulkas. Tapi kalau ditambahkan hardly atau barely, there is hardly, artinya hampir aja nggak ada makanan di kulkas. Mungkin ada cuman sedikit sekali. That's using almost none, hampir nggak ada. And also almost never, ada almost never, hampir aja nggak pernah. Contoh rarely, seldom. I rarely drives to work. Aku hampir nggak pernah berkendara ke tempat kerja, artinya kayak gitu. Pernah, tapi sangat jarang gitu. Itu almost negative. Ya, teman-teman, semuanya. And then the last is about listen for negatives with comparative. Yang terakhir, kita menggunakan negative with comparative. It's a tricky. Negative with comparative ini sedikit membingungkan. Karena it's not direct ways to say something. Ini bukan cara yang langsung untuk mengatakan sesuatu. Contoh, the woman stated, "What do you think of new students in the math class?" And then the man stated, "No one is more intelligent than she is." Nggak ada yang lebih pintar daripada dia. No one. Seperti kalimat negatif, right? No one is more intelligent. Ketika stated no one is more intelligent, but she is the smartest, right? Dia yang paling cerdas berarti. She is the smartest students in the class. Nah, teman-teman jangan terkecoh ketika seandainya tidak ada no, tidak ada something, bisa saja maksudnya adalah untuk meniadakan competitors, mengunggulkan satu titik atau satu orang tertentu. Contoh, seandainya dia ngomong, no one is more beautiful than she is. Means she is the most beautiful. Atau he couldn't be happier. Couldn't be happier itu bukan artinya dia sangat sedih, but he is extremely happy. Maka ketika teman-teman ditanya gitu ya, how are you? Gitu terus kemudian teman-teman jawabnya adalah never been better. Sorry. Never been better, tidak pernah lebih baik, itu bukan artinya teman-teman dalam keadaan buruk. Never been better, itu artinya sangat baik. That's the top. Begitu juga ketika ada kata-kata ini, can't thank you enough. Mungkin ada lagu teman-teman tahu yang lagu ini. Can't thank you enough. Tidak bisa berterima kasih kepada teman-teman. Artinya you cannot express your thankful to the person. Artinya sangat berterima kasih sampai nggak ada kata yang tepat untuk mengucapkan rasa terima kasih itu. Itu can't thank you enough. That the way ya. Makanya hati-hati ketika mereka menggunakan comparative. Karena comparative bisa saja teman-teman salah memahami maknanya. Now we'll go to the practice. During the practice, if you got difficulty to apply that, ya, kalau teman-teman mengalami kesulitan untuk mengaplikasikan triknya, later you might ask me why that's the answer. Kenapa artinya seperti itu? Kenapa jawabannya maksudnya seperti itu? Dan it's not only the skills that we studied today, it will be cumulative from the first skills that we studied. Di praktis kali ini, teman-teman nggak akan langsung dapat dapat materi yang barusan kita pelajari ya, akan tetap ada ulasan dari yang materi pertama sampai sebelumnya. Now, let's go to the practice. Mari kita practice. Nah, teman-teman boleh disiapkan alat audionya to make sure that you will be comfortable to work on these exercises. Skill practice. Listening comprehensions on dialogue, negatives. Ready? Number 1.
How was the physics exam?
It wasn't quite as bad as the last one.
Number 1. What does the woman say about the physics exam?
You might try to answers, type it on the comments on the chat room. I will permit for a moment to take my mineral waters. I'll be back. Okay, please you can throw your answers. Teman-teman boleh silahkan coba menjawab pertanyaan nomor 1. Oh, Miss Sarah. Your answer is D. Why? Kenapa jawabannya D, Miss Sarah?
I don't know. I think I heard that. I thought that I heard she said it wasn't quite difficult.
Okay, it wasn't quite difficult as before, like that?
Yeah.
Okay. When Mas Dani, your answer is A. Why? What did you listen?
I think same hard as the last test.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Miss Siti, your answer is A also. What's the reasons?
I just heard that she said that this one is hard from more hard than the previous one, the last one.
Okay. Now let's try to listen once more to make all of you clear what will be the answers ya. Kita coba dengarkan sekali lagi untuk memastikan apakah teman-teman semuanya tepat menjawabnya atau tidak. Let's go.
How was the physics exam?
It wasn't quite as bad as the last one.
There is new answer from Miss Siti. Sorry, not Miss Siti, Miss Tuti. Your answer is D. Why?
Because it said wasn't quite hard than the last one.
Mm-hmm.
So it means only slightly easier than the last test.
Okay. Now let's try to prove it, yeah. The first group answering A because of it will be as hard as the previous test. Oh my goodness. So sorry, it's mistaken. How about the D one? Yes, that's the correct answers because it wasn't a quiet. Ya, tidak terlalu lebih tidak terlalu sulit seperti sebelumnya, berarti ya hanya sedikit lebih mudah. Now we go to number 2.
Dr. Martinez seems a bit more nervous than usual.
He does, doesn't he? See how he's shuffling his papers on the podium?
I think he seldom speaks to such large audiences.
Number 2. What does the woman say about Dr. Martinez?
If you can get this answer correct, it means that you're really detailed person. Okay, Miss Tuti, your answer is B. Why?
Find the positive one.
Okay. Why did you find the positive one?
Because I'm not really clear to listen, but the sentence is negative,
Hmm.
so maybe the answer will be positive.
What did you recognize as a negative?
Because the lecture, I don't get the sentence.
Okay. How about Mrs. K? Your answer is C. Why?
Because I heard the conversation said Dr. Martinez seldom speak in the large audience. It means like Dr. Martina isn't do very much public speaking.
Okay. How about Miss Sarah?
Because I think the woman said that Dr. Martina nervous,
Hmm.
so he doesn't do very much public speaking.
Okay. With right to answer the first, Miss Tuti, your answer is B. Let's we go. Oh my goodness, that mistaken. Will Miss Sarah and also Miss Siska be that lucky to answer number C? Let's check. 1, 2. Oh my goodness. Both are mistake. I will play once more ya. Jawabannya hilang 2. Ini tinggal 50-50. I will play once more to test you. What will your answer?
Dr. Martinez seems a bit more nervous than usual.
He does, doesn't he? See how he's shuffling his papers on the podium?
I think he seldom speaks to such large audiences.
Mr. Rayhan, your answer is D. Why?
Yeah, I just heard at the last sentence that the woman said never spoken to a large audience.
Okay, so we check. Ini ada yang jawab D, Miss Tuti berubah menjadi D. Apakah jawaban D ini akan menjadi benar dan membawa 2 miliar pada teman-teman semuanya? Teng teng. Why? It's almost negative. Ingat itu almost negative. She stated, dia menyampaikan bahwa he seldom to speak in such a large audience. Dia jarang ya berbicara di audience sebanyak itu. Jawaban saya salah. Kenapa? Karena he doesn't do very much public speaking. Bukan he doesn't do very much public speaking, harusnya he doesn't do very much public speaking in that such large audience. Harus ada tambahnya. Karena kita tidak tahu apakah dia di small audience-nya lebih banyak atau enggak. Karena yang statement-nya adalah seldom does public speaking in a such a large audience. Nah, itu namanya almost negative. Hampir negatif. Belum 100% negatif. Sementara kalau never, itu sudah 100% negatif. Tidak pernah sama sekali. Makanya kalau seldom itu stated like positive, tapi artinya negatif. Dia hanya bisa, seldom itu translated to be not usual atau doesn't usually. Jarang itu tidak terbiasa artinya. There are things ya. Ingat-ingat seldom, rarely. Now, juga hardly, scarcely, barely, only, tuh teman-teman pasti akan keluar di dalam tes. Believe me. Next we go.
Forgive me for troubling you this morning. I hated having to call you so early.
It wasn't inconvenient at all. I was already up.
Number 3. What does the man imply?
Ini sih semua ya jawabannya. The call didn't bother him. Dengan statement it wasn't inconvenience at all ya. Vocabulary-nya teman-teman familiar with, harusnya benar nih jawabannya C semua. Got correct. It wasn't inconvenient at all. So means the call didn't bother him. Tapi kalau ada teman-teman yang nanti jawabannya A, kepikiran untuk jawab A, itu mistaken ya. Kenapa? Karena dia stated he always gets up early. Sementara di pembicaraannya dia bilang it wasn't inconvenient at all, I was already up. Aku udah bangun. Nah, aku udah bangun ini tidak bisa di stating bahwa always bangun setiap pagi. Siapa tahu dia baru aja bangunnya pada hari itu aja tepat waktu, like that. We go to number 4.
I can't believe that you were the one out of all those candidates to be hired.
No one could have been more astounded than I was.
Number 4. What does the woman mean?
Miss Ria, your answer B following the others. Why? Kenapa?
B is only one who stated positive.
Oke. Let's track ya. Coba kita bandingin sama Mas Dani. Mas Dani, why did you answer B?
I have the same answer. Not sure.
Okay. No one. Dia bilang tadi no one. Gak ada yang lebih terheran-heran daripada aku. That's correct ya. She was astonished. No one is more astounded than me. Berarti nggak ada yang lebih terheran-heran melebihi aku. Berarti dia juga terkejut, astonished. Just change the vocabularies. Next we go to number 5.
Do you want me to water the houseplants while you're gone?
No, just the outside plants. You can use the sprinkler for the lawn.
Number 5. What does the man tell the woman?
Let's go try to answer. Oh, Miss Beatrice, your answer is A. Why?
She said to water the house plants while you're gone, not just on the outside.
Okay, so inside and outside, both, ya. Menurut Miss Beatrice like that? Okay, let's try to compare. Kita coba bandingin ya. Dengan Miss Sarah nih, again, your answer B different. Kenapa?
Because when the woman said thank you, but the man said no, so he suggests the woman to use the sprinkle.
Okay. Maybe it will be a chance for others ya, akan buat jadi kesempatan nih yang lain kayaknya. Kita coba proof A and B. A for Miss Beatrice. Let's check. My goodness, it's not. I'm so sorry, but you're good to try this. Ya sudah terbiasa nih nyoba, tapi sayang masih belum tepat. Next, Miss Sarah with A options B. I'm so sorry, it's also not. Tidak juga. 50-50 nih. Ini sekarang 50-50 again. Ya, jawabannya 50-50 lagi. Try to listen once more and then you try to guess. Kita coba dengerin sekali lagi dan teman-teman coba jawab ya.
Do you want me to water the house plants while you're gone?
No, just the outside plants. You can use the sprinkler for the lawn.
Wah. Semua langsung D sekarang. Sekarang langsung D. That's very great ya. Wah, bagus nih. Semua udah tahu ketika ditanya, do you want me to water the inside plants? No, dia jawab itu. Berarti ya not to water the inside plants. Apakah seperti itu perkiraannya? Kita coba. The answer is D. That's the correct one. Ya, not to water the inside plant. Ketika dia jawabnya adalah just the outside, maka dibalik not to water inside, artinya just the outside. Next, we go to number 6.
Back from the laundromat already? You weren't gone very long.
The change machine wasn't working, and I didn't have quarters for the washing machine.
Number 6. What does the woman mean?
It's also great if you can answer this. Keren juga nih teman-teman kalau bisa jawab. Okay, both Miss Tuti and also Miss Sarah, your answer is A. But I want to listen to Miss Tuti first. Your answer is A. Why?
I heard from the woman wasn't working. The washing machines wasn't working and long time. I don't know. I'm not sure with that. So the washing machines was broken.
Okay. While Miss Sarah?
I'm not sure, but I also heard that the washing machine didn't work.
Okay.
But I also confused with the C one. the meaning. So
Okay.
I'm not sure.
But you directly choose A. Let's compare to Bertrand. Your answer is C. Why?
I heard she said back from the laundromat already you weren't gone very long.
So
The machine wasn't working and he didn't have quarters washing machine.
okay. Then Mas Dani. Mas Dani, what's your reasons answering C?
Um, I think the problem is not about the laundry machine. That's about the other, I think, about the time.
Okay, so it's about the matter of time ya. Why that's asking about the late. Kita coba compare dulu. Jawaban A, apakah benar? I am so sorry ya. Miss Tuti and also Miss Sarah salah. Tapi kita kan belum tahu apakah jawaban C benar atau tidak. We'll give you more experience to try to guess. A salah ya, too good to be true. Go.
Back from the laundromat already? You weren't gone very long.
The change machine wasn't working, and I didn't have quarters for the washing machine.
What will be your answers? Miss Tuti goes beyond by answering B. Then waiting for the others. Tungguin nih yang lainnya. Ada Miss Ria, ada Rehan, ada Miss Siska, and so on, Miss Siti. What will be your answers? But let's listen to the reasons why your answer is B, Miss Tuti, because you want to tell me that the laundromat was expensive too, or something else.
Yeah, because the machines wasn't working and I didn't have quarter what. So I think she doesn't have yeah, so because the laundromat was too expensive.
Okay. Miss Sarah, you replace your answers become D because of you are hesitating yourself. Is that C correct or not? Then your answer is D. Why? What did you change that?
I don't know, because in the first statement, the man said that she is too long, and then the woman said that because the machine didn't work properly, so I think she need more time.
Okay.
I don't know what is quarters. Is it time or not?
It can be time, that means like 15 minutes ya, bisa 15 minutes. Tapi juga bisa means a place to place something, tempat untuk naruh sesuatu, atau like when you want to put your stuff in usual place, but that place is broken, then you can change it in a quarters. That's another place to replace something. But we will try, kita akan coba go to the answers ya. Seandainya apakah laundrynya terlalu mahal? Of course not. Nah, sekarang kita lihat the scriptnya. The change machines wasn't working. So, it makes your first answer mistaken. Ini yang membuat jawaban A salah. Not the washing machine is broken, but the things yang gantinya yang rusak. Ya, the things. Terus kemudian I didn't have quarters for the washing machines. Artinya dia nggak punya waktu yang cukup untuk washing machines yang that's supposed to be waiting for so long. Makanya the answer will be that she needed things to finish doing the laundry. Mesin pengganti pertama rusak, mesin penggantinya juga rusak. The things, ya, yang the case. Nah, if you try to answer kind of these things, biasanya kalau kita melihat jawaban yang complicated like this one, ini kan double negative. Wasn't working, didn't have quarters. Makanya it will be she need to change to finish. Negative, negative, positive, positive. That's the order. Ya, jadi kalau ada kalimat ada negatif, negatif, like it wasn't snowing, so we don't go. Menjadi it were snowing, we would go. Ingat di order sentence-nya aja. Sometimes you don't exactly know the meaning, right? Sometimes kayak tadi Quartes bingung nih apakah artinya waktu atau arti yang lain kayak gitu. Makanya pahami di ordersnya bisa jadi pembantu. Kalau statementnya dalam negatif-negatif, sentence-nya connected dengan negatif, maka jawabannya akan positif-positif. We go to the next, number 7.
How did your speech go in history class?
It could have been better, and it could have been worse.
Did the professor say anything to you about it?
She said that I seemed well prepared, but that she could barely hear what I said.
Number 7. What did the professor say about the man's speech?
Mas Rehan, why did you answer C? Kenapa dijawab C?
Okay, I need to change my answer. I have an idea.
So what will your answer be? Siska, your answer is B. Why?
Because I heard in the last speech that the professor barely heard what he said, so maybe he should speak louder.
Okay, so if the professor barely heard, itu artinya apa kira-kira?
Kurang mendengar.
Oke, hampir aja nggak kedengeran. Ya, so it will be, it need to be louder. That the answers ya. Kalau almost negatif ini sebenarnya gampang, but to understand something you forget. Almost negatif ada almost none and then almost never. Ada dua almost none, hampir nggak ada. Itu barely, hardly, scarcely, and only. While there's almost none, itu seldom and rarely. Ini selalu muncul di tes itu. They will try to trick you by those things. Akan selalu dikecohkan dengan hal itu. Next we go to number 8.
Sorry, I was a bit late getting to the study group last night.
Did you have any trouble finding the place?
The directions couldn't have been plainer. I just got a late start.
Number 8. What does the woman mean?
Let's go. Miss Sarah, let the answer sudah ngasih jawaban. We try to wait others. Miss Sarah, what's your reason? Apa alasannya?
Because she difficult to what is that, to use the direction, so she got late.
Okay. Then others, yuk lainnya. Jawab sama nggak apa-apa loh ya. Oh. Miss Ria, you try to be different. Coba berbeda nih. Why did your answer is B?
Because he, she, and D is about the trouble is about direction. Sedangkan dia tadi nggak bilang bahwa itu direction yang bermasalah.
Oke. Yang lain mungkin masih ragu-ragu ya. Kita kasih kesempatan lah. Mumpung lagi latihan. We go with the second times. Kita coba try once more.
Sorry, I was a bit late getting to the study group last night.
Did you have any trouble finding the place?
The directions couldn't have been plainer. I just got a late start.
What will be your answer? Jawabannya kira-kira jadi apa tuh? Oh, Miss Tuti, your answer is C. Why, Miss Tuti? It's okay.
I don't know. Couldn't have planner, so I just late to come.
Okay. Now, how if I stated like this? No, the directions could have been planners. I just late to start. Petunjuk arahnya nggak bisa lebih jelas daripada itu. Aku cuman mulainya aja yang telat. Like that, kira-kira kalau dalam in translations. What will be the answers? Jawabannya kira-kira apa?
A? No.
No, what?
Hard time following the directions.
Oke. Kita coba ya. Kita coba satu-satu. Of
You
course.
know.
Kan couldn't have been planners. Artinya petunjuk jalannya tuh nggak bisa lebih jelas daripada itu. Ini kan sarkastik ya. Sarkastik. Berarti kan jelas banget. Terus kemudian she got lost. Dia tersesat gitu.
No.
So she was a little late. Of course not. Orang direction saja jelas gitu kan. Ya, the answers is the directions very straightforward. Direction-nya jelas banget. So the case hanya she got late in starting. Hanya dia mulainya aja memang terlambat gitu. Nah ini typically modeling the seems like couldn't be planners, couldn't be better, couldn't be happier. Itu opposite. Ketika dia ngomong couldn't be planners, itu artinya bukan nggak bisa lebih jelas ya gitu. Berarti artinya buruk banget. Nggak kayak gitu. It's different with Indonesians ya. Beda dengan Indonesians gitu. Artinya malah beneran jelas-jelas banget gitu. Begitu juga ketika stating never been better, itu bukan berarti sangat buruk gitu ya. Tapi artinya sangat baik malahan. Data things. Kita lanjut ke konteks pemahamannya adalah dia kan selalu menggunakan have, been, something-nya, adjektifnya. Kalau ditaruh diganti apapun, bisa saja better, bisa saja more affordable, bisa anything. Selama itu comparative ya, superlatif bisa digunakan. Contoh kita mau ngomong nggak bisa lebih menyenangkan daripada ini, ya can be stating bahwa could have been more interesting than this. Itu udah juga bisa, artinya seneng banget, sangat menyenangkan banget. It can be. That is stated number 9.
Do you want to have lunch in the school cafeteria, or would you prefer to go somewhere off campus?
I don't have too much time for lunch, but I still wouldn't mind trying someplace other than the cafeteria.
Number 9. What does the man mean?
Siska, what will be your answers?
I don't know, but I just see.
Why?
Because although the man said he doesn't have enough time, but he want to try to eat in outside cafeteria.
Oke, itu kan kalau seandainya diomongin dalam bahasa Indonesia, aku nggak punya banyak waktu, tapi nggak apa-apa lah kita makan di luar gitu ya, kurang lebihnya kayak gitu. So, what does it mean kira-kira teman-teman? Apakah A, B, C, atau D? Kalau kita ngomongnya, aku nggak punya waktu banyak sih, tapi ya nggak apa-apa lah kalau mau makan di luar gitu. Kurang lebihnya, what will be? Apakah itu B, apakah itu C, ataukah itu D, ataukah itu A? In your opinions, if you try to guess the meaning aja ya, kalau coba memahami maksudnya aja. Si laki-laki itu menyampaikan, I don't have enough time, but wouldn't mind trying eating outside or something like that, kayak gitulah. Artinya apakah doesn't mind the school cafeteria, doesn't want to eat in the cafeteria, atau he doesn't have times for lunch, atau A, doesn't have enough time to go off campus? Mas Rehan, your answer is D or B, and why?
D.
Why?
He said he don't have much time for lunch, and he said wouldn't mind. So it's maybe later, but I don't think so. But answer is D.
Okay. How about Ms. Tuti? Your answer is C. Why?
Yeah, maybe he doesn't want to eat in the cafeteria, so he said that would it mind trying eating outside, not
Okay.
in the campus. I don't know.
Oke, kita coba ya. Jawabannya Mas Rehan dulu. Kita try. Is that D? I'm so sorry, it's mistaken. Atau jawabannya Siska? Tadi apa Siska? Sorry, your answer is B if not mistaken ya?
C, Mister.
Oh, C. B is Miss Sarah ya. Let's try Miss Sarah dulu. B. Of course, it's also not. Apakah ini jawabannya C? Yes, that's correct. Nggak ada waktu aja dia mau makan di luar. Artinya ya dia emang nggak mau makan di kampus, atau things gitu. Karena kita mikirnya nggak punya waktu aja dia pengen keluar. Apalagi kalau punya waktu, means memang he doesn't want to eat in the cafeteria. Like that. Now, next we go to number 10.
Has Byron decided whether he would accept the nomination as class treasurer again this semester?
He hasn't said he wouldn't do it.
Number 10. What does the woman say about Byron?
It's the easiest. Ini yang termudah. What will be? You want to repeat? Mau diulang? Okay, I want to.
Yes.
Okay, repeat ya. Once more, we try.
Has Byron decided whether he would accept the nomination as class treasurer again this semester?
He hasn't said he wouldn't do it.
Okay, Mas Dani, your answer is D. Why?
I think she just not sure about the Byron
Okay.
from the voice. Yeah.
From the voice. Okay. Any others? Yang lainnya boleh. Coba. Siska, your answer is D2. Why? Kenapa?
Because the woman said he hasn't said he wouldn't do it, so it means that the man didn't belum make sure kalau dia tuh nggak ambil nominasi itu.
He doesn't think he will take the nominations. The D.
Iya.
Okay, let's we try to put it in Indonesian cultures ya, atau let's we put it in really real logic answers. Kalau aku bilang kayak gini nih, ditanya nih, menurutmu si Siska bakalan nyalon lurah lagi nggak, gitu, atau nyalon presiden lagi nggak? Terus aku jawab kayak gini, dia sih belum bilang kalau dia nggak mau, kayak gitu ya. Nah, jawaban D itu artinya dia tidak berpikir atau saya tidak berpikir bahwa si laki-laki itu, bahwa si Siska tadi akan mengambil kesempatannya. Is that the answer or not in your opinion? Siska?
No, Mister.
No. Kita buktikan ya. Apakah jawaban D benar? Tentu not. Nah, jadi even you listen, kayak Siska tadi kan dapat ya. He hasn't said, dia belum bilang kalau he wouldn't do it. Tapi ternyata jawabnya juga salah. Why? That's back to the first rule. Kita balik lagi ke rule yang pertama bahwa it puts in academic context. So it's not only the English but also the academic things. That's about logic, fact, and assumptions. Logika, fakta, dan asumsi. Nah, ketika dia menyatakan bahwa dia belum bilang kalau dia nggak mau, maka kita tidak bisa berasumsi bahwa dia will take the nominations. Ya bisa bila jadi beneran mau, jadi bisa jadi beneran enggak kan, kayak gitu. Maka jawaban D salah. Begitu juga the second assumption, he is not interested in the nominations. Kita tidak bisa bilang hanya karena dia tidak menyatakan, kita tidak bisa bilang bahwa dia tidak interested. Nah, makanya kalau dia tidak menyatakan, dia adalah non-committal. Nah, that's the things. Makanya beyond all of those skills, it's still the understanding. Di antara semua skills itu tetap yang terpenting ya kita memahami dulu di meaningnya. That's why it's really important to put to understand, to spread or to differentiate between fact, assumptions, fakta dan asumsi on answering the TOEFL things with the really short time, but you have to conclude the right answers. Di waktu yang singkat teman-teman harus menjawab yang tepat gitu ya, yang benar sesuai harapan di tes. Nah, because of this is the last meeting of our listening. Ini kita punya 9 meeting dan ini adalah meeting terakhir di listening kita. So, I have to inform, so sorry ya, maaf buat teman-teman yang listeningnya nggak bisa sampai selesai karena kita hanya punya 3 meeting. That's why to appreciate your hard work, untuk mengapresiasi semangat teman-teman belajar, aku nanti akan share ke teman-teman, aku akan bagikan ke teman-teman what I made, apa yang sudah aku buat untuk membantu teman-teman belajar listening mastery. It will be TOEFL listening mastery. Nanti teman-teman dapat free from me, dapat free dari aku. Nah, nanti teman-teman tinggal chat me with your email. Teman-teman bisa ngechat aku ke email teman-teman yang gunakan di TOEFL di akunnya English Fit kayak gitu ya. I will share you all. Di sini tuh ada semua skillnya untuk membahas soal-soal listening. Dari mulai yang tadi kita pelajari ini sebab negatif. It's which one is negative? Something else, something's problem. Jadi dari fundamental strategies, conversations itu semuanya nanti teman-teman bisa dapetin ya. I share both dari videonya dan juga e-booknya. Nanti teman-teman bisa dapetin ini semuanya. So the way you just need to text me your email, your name and also your email. Later I will give you the access of these materials. Nanti semuanya udah tercover di sini. That's the way I hope you can learn later with the listening. Not only the lessons, but also nanti ada materialsnya ya teman-teman. Ada materialsnya kok di dalam. Materials dan juga not materials, I mean ada practice-nya juga. Jadi seandainya teman-teman lesson baru yang belum di-complete, nanti ada post testnya. Ya, teman-teman bisa kerjakan itu ya.
TOEFL exercise, skills
Gitu.
4 through
It
6.
will be like
In
that.
this exercise, listen carefully
akan
to the
ada
short conversation and
exercisesnya
question
that
in the
you
recording,
can
and then
work
choose
with.
the
So that the things about our class this evening. Any questions? Apakah teman-teman ada pertanyaan related to the listening? Anything?
Me.
Yes, please.
Jadi yang di part ini tuh kita nggak bisa ya, Mister. Misalkan apa itu dari jawaban yang ada itu kita pilah dulu. Maksudnya, oh ini yang berbeda terus itu jawabannya kayak gitu nggak bisa ya, Mister.
In this part itu belum not effective. Tidak semuanya bekerja efektif on this case. Jadi nanti begini, Miss Sarah. Di dalam tes TOEFL itu usually it's differentiated from the easier di paling mudah ke sulit, lebih sulit kayak gitu. Nah, jadi skill yang what you don't listen, apa yang teman-teman tidak dengar itu jawabannya, itu tuh works from 1 till 10, 15 itu tuh masih bekerja. Tapi after that itu udah lewat itu. Something like that. So levelingnya akan naik. So you have to be really detailed. Di sini tuh udah really detailed. Like that. Any other questions? Ada pertanyaan lain? Okay, enough ya. Kalau even enough. So thank you for this evening meeting. Like what I said before, if you want to get the package of my listening mastery class before, you might just text me your name and also your email that you use in my applications or my website. Later, I can share you the lesson for free. Thank you so much. We will have next meeting on on Thursday on reading. Ya, kita akan ketemu lagi hari Kamis di reading. Thank you so much. Have a good rest. We finished the class earlier because of the previous meeting. We ended the class we're late. Yeah. Thank you so much. So we close the meeting. Have a good rest. See you on next Thursday. Bye-bye. Thank you. Good evening. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you, Kak.
Bye. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Waalaikumsalam.